What's up, Blizzard Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Build Boldly Game Plan presented by Boldt. And Ben and I are repping logos. Corey is not on this planet, apparently. So I'll let you take
Yeah,
that one, coach.
yeah, after that, fiasco last week and everything, I figured it was, I needed to get out in some space.
So talk about it. I mean, extraordinarily close game, losing to a good Sioux Falls team, 45-47. It's been a couple weeks since we talked. Coach, take us through what do you mean? Unpack that for us.
Yeah, it's some things that, I'm probably not supposed to say, and I'm gonna keep some of those comments to myself and keep that in house with the team. But we had some suspect things that happened throughout the game that was questionable, and at the end of the day, we just got to play better. We got to play better than what we did, especially in the first half, and not let other people be able to dictate that game and let us. We should have been able to dictate it, and we didn't play well. We came out better in the second half, and that last quarter, we made it very interesting, and
Yeah,
you know,
19-6. You outscored them in the fourth quarter, right? So
yeah, yeah,
don't
and
call
then
don't call it a comeback.
right, right, right. Well, some people didn't want it to be a comeback, so I'm gonna leave it alone now. Yeah, no, it was a good game. Hats off to Sioux Falls. They, well fought. Game plan. They do what they do, and we didn't execute on defense like we were supposed to. Had one turnover, and we fumbled the ball on off possession back, right, and we scored, and then we had a 2-point conversion that was it was interesting. Let's say that.
Gotcha. Coach, talk about this game coming up. So you're on the road the next three games, right? To close the season out. Kind of a rough schedule, but it is what it is. You're going to go play Tulsa, and then you got the Steam Wheelers again. Talk to us about what you see. Tulsa struggled this year, 1-11 overall. Certainly a game that you got to be looking at, saying, "Hey, let's go do what we do," and you can walk out with a victory. But there's nothing easy ever, right? And they last time they played, they um, had a close loss to Sioux Falls as well. So, just what are your impressions of Tulsa and what your team's got to do to go on the road and get a win?
Yeah, no, well coached team down there, and Coach Marvin, Hall of Fame, College Football Hall of Famer. He's done a great job with that first year organization for sure. They've been in a lot of games that were close. We're talking about 1 point, 2 point games that we've been in and fell short or won. They've been in, I think, probably about 7, 8, if not 10 records. So we flip out a coin or the ball bounces a certain type of way. Their record is totally different than what it is, what we're seeing. So they are a good football team down there. Can't take anything for granted or take them lightly. It's not a cupcake game, and we got to perform. We have to come down there and perform, and being on the road, it's something different about being on the road, but we just got to put it together and come out and perform and not look at it as a what they you would call a stat game, because it is far from that. It's going to be a shootout.
Well, let's start on the offensive side of the ball for the Blizzard. What do you see as the keys to this one?
Ball security, right? That I think that hurt us when we talk about possessions are key this past week against Sioux Falls. So we have to maintain good ball security, take care of the ball and make sure we capitalizing on the plays that their defense will give us, which will be some for sure, and not try to force anything. So I think that the key is going to be ball security, and if our offensive line could match their defensive line.
Flip it around the other side.
I may have given you the X factor right away.
All right, good. Hey, that's good. Now we know. All right. Flip it around the other side. This year we've talked a lot about secondary play. You talk about their growth and what you've seen from that group over time, and then what do you see as you match up with Tulsa?
Yeah, it's been a good to see with getting the right people on the bus and the wrong people off, right? In the secondary, and the growth has been tremendous. A couple of games ago, to come out and hold a Quad City high power offense who just put 63 up on us a couple of weeks prior, hold them to 16 points for majority of the game. I think they scored 38. They went on. They scored 20 points in the second half. In the fourth quarter on us. But to put up that type of performance versus a solid team like them was remarkable. They're young. We got one guy that's returned. We got one guy that two of them that returned. One of them's injured right now. But it's been a roller coaster, and hopefully, we keep on. We get off that roller coaster and stay on that escalator and keep on going up.
Yeah, awesome. Well, you already gave us the X factor, which is O-line versus D-line, and that fits right in my wheelhouse as a former O-line guy. I think one of the things that, as a former offensive lineman, if you're sitting back there and you're throwing the ball all the time, especially in arena football, it's not a lot of fun, right? And so having that mix of run pass. And being able to keep the defense guessing, and not able to just tee off on you all the time is such an important deal. How do you view the ability to run the football against Tulsa?
They tough. They got a linebacker that was here with us for the beginning of last season. For a few games, and he's a solid player. He come from a good college football program, and he got his feet wet for a full season after everything happened with us last year down in the CIF. They had a good run in the championship game when he was in Omaha with the coach that he's playing for now. So I think they're going to be very tough up front. And that's why I believe if our offensive line could be the hammer, not the nail, and take it to them, we'll be in a better position to be able to run the ball. Of course, our receivers are going to have to block as well. So that's yet to be determined. I think we can run the ball, but we got to play well up front.
Cool. Well, as always, we wish you all the best, and it's been fun seeing, even though every game doesn't go exactly your way. I love the growth of the football team, and that Quad City win 2 weeks ago is a big deal. When you think about the overall scheme of our half of the league, right? And
right,
a great opportunity with Tulsa this week. So.
Absolutely, yeah. No, that was a big win. This past game was even bigger, right? We wish we would have had this last one, but you're right. You talk about the growth of a young football team, starting off with 19 out of the 25 new players, first year guys, and to see the growth and where we are right now, sitting at 6-6 in the season. I think that's hats off to our the coaches. So I got to make sure the coaches understand that, they played a vital role in this and the players buying into the system.
Cool. Ryan, what announcements do you have for us, man?
Yeah, right. I feel like I get to talk less now that there's not a home game. So no view party, but that game, you definitely can watch that on YouTube this weekend with the holiday weekend, and happy 4th ahead of time to Ben and Coach Roberson. I know, Corey, you got some games, so hopefully you get some family time wedged in between game and practices on the 4th itself. But we'll be back for a view party against Quad Cities, but no view party this weekend, so be sure to shout loud at your TVs at home. Please don't throw anything like Nintendo Wii controllers through your TV. Watch responsibly. So there's my public service announcement.
Oh, perfect.
But we thank you guys. Coach, I will see you before you travel, but travel safe. Ben, have a fantastic holiday weekend, and we hope for a big win. And I would echo what Corey said. I will, without stretching the episode out here. Tulsa has been everything you want in a new franchise this year. So we hope we get them in our building, and Corey and the guys will be ready. But that is a heck of an environment to go play in. They put some people in there for a first-year team. So
cool.
Oh yeah.
Well, thanks everybody,
gentlemen. Yeah. You have a great travel, Corey. Good holiday weekend, Ben, and go Blizz.
Go Blizz.
Go Blizz.